Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the apostles, elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out here pushing his truth and sincerity. The water for which I do, we love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and Shalom to y'all. It's your brother Dapper Dot here. I don't want about the Zah here to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, coming out of the great millstone camp here in Atlanta. And without further ado, we're going to go and continue within in Job. And I wanted to come into this chapter here, and I don't want about to start the next chapter because, you know, I said it before, I said it again. Job it's an excellent example. Well, sure, I ain't say nothing. It's an excellent example, right, from the Heavenly Father through the Spirit, right, to show you of pretty much. Listen, man, you got to humble yourself, yo. You know what I'm saying? And how things about to come into, you know, a lot of men are not going to be alive during that day, right? You remember the prophet Esdras, he was, you know, he's having dreams, and you know he was fearful. You know, he got sick. Like men got sick when they had visions of the things that were coming in the future, right? So I'm just gonna start in Job 7, right? And he's also prophesying, but you know he's talking about himself in pretty much third person, but also prophesying pretty much the pains and hardships that are to come in future times as well. All right, so it's twofold. It's Job chapter 7 verse 1. It says, "Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? Are not his days also like the days of a hireling?" And this is the point. Like, this is one of the beautiful points that I wanted to make in this chapter. So basically, you got niggas boasting, right, and making themselves being big, but nigga, you're a worm, right? You're a mere worm. Worms have no defense mechanisms. They're just worms. They just die, and that's what we are. So why are niggas running around proud? Why are people, period, running around proud, man? You're just a hireling. Your days are numbered. You know what I'm saying? Any point in time, you could be fired, right? Verse 2. It says, yeah, because he said, "Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth?" All right, don't the scripture say there's a time and place for everything? It says, "As a servant earnestly desireth the shadow, and hireling looketh for the reward of his work," right? So you're looking for that reward. It says, that relief. It says, "So am I made to possess months of vanity, and wearisome nights are appointed to me." You know, so look, like, you know, he sees what's coming. You know what I'm saying? He's going through all this hell. You know, he's that's what hell is, man. It's a condition played out on earth, right? He says, "So am I made to possess months of vanity," right? Months, days, basically days of void, emptiness, and wearisome nights are appointed to me. He's depressed, man, but also he's talking about future sense as well. He's talking about now and future. It says, "When I lie down, I say, when shall I arise? And the night be gone. And I am full of tossings to and fro unto the dawning of the day." You know what I'm saying? Because, he's uncomfortable. He's having visions, he's prophesying, he's receiving sights and stuff like that. So, he's having sleepless nights, and he has sleepless nights to come. He said, "My flesh is clothed with worms." They get out, that worm, man. We're just worms, bro. It says, and clouds of dust, my skin is broken and become loathsome. It says, "My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle, and are spent without hope." And a weaver, you know what a weaver is. You spin to get thread and things like that. And but this weaver's spinning, with no solution, no goal, no end game. There's no reward out of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the state that he's in right now. He's such a moral mourning spirit. All right, so he's pretty much remember before he was cursing his birthday, the day he was born, cursing his life, So that's the spirit that he's in right now. It says it's spent without hope. right? Verse 7. Oh, remember that my life is wind. Mine eyes shall no more see good. Yeah, that actually goes back to Ecclesiastes. All right, let me see. Hey, you know what? They're in the same spirit. So I'm just gonna read this. Ecclesiastes 1 2. It says, vanities of vanity, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. And that word vanity means to be void, right? Empty. Null and void, nothing coming of it. So everything in this world is, is to be is going to be to naught. Everything in this world is going to be to naught. So what profit is a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. We're just worms, man, right? We're just spirits coming back, coming, to and fro. We have no real staple in this society. We're just people, man. We can die at any point in time. So the sun also riseth, and the sun goeth down and hasteth to his place where he arose. So the earth is always going to be here. The sun is always going to be there. The moon is always going to be there. The star is always going to be there. But we are not, right? Now, when we have the kingdom, yeah. But during these times, absolutely not, right? It says, the wind goeth toward the south and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. So we're just, we're just circuits, man. Our spirits just keep, it come, and then it goes. It comes, and it goes, just like the wind, right? And it says, all the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full until the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again, and this proves reincarnation. Our spirits just come and they go, and they come and they go. That's reincarnation. But the analogy about the rivers not being full, but all the rivers run into to the sea. But they're not full. The sea is not full because it's the same spirits over and over and over. That's why. You get it? All right. So going back to Job, Job talk about that wind. He's like, so he's like a wind, man. Our spirits are like wind, man. We just come and go, man. That's it. We're not, the sun stays, the sun stays there. The moon stays there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just goes up and it always comes back like clockwork, and it always will, but we will not. Right? And that's what he's saying. But, eventually we, because we're greater than, those creations, but but it's just an analogy, it's, verse 10, he shall return no more to his house, neither shall his place know him anymore. Yep. It says, therefore I will not refrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain in the bitterness of my soul. Am I a sea or a whale that thou settest to watch over me? Salakia, going off. When I say my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaint, then thou scarest me with dreams and terrifiest me through visions. Going back to what he said before, God give, but also taketh away. You know what I'm saying? You think you're too comfortable, you're going to get humbled. You think you're too proud, you're going to get humbled. You think you can't be touched, you're going to get humbled. And right here, he's receiving visions, man. And they're terrifying, Allah Shaja, great demon-like power, man, because, he's showing them things that's going to happen in the future as well in these visions and these sights. But he's also talking about the things he's going through, right, as he's, living his life as Job. It says, so that my soul truly strangling in death rather than life. And that's how you niggas are going to feel like, man, right? Job's a righteous man. So what more you men, how you going to be fearing? And you women out there, man, your children, you're going to be fearing, man. You're going to be fearing, you're going to be scared of the things that's actually to come. This was a brave man here. And he's afraid, man, right? Because he's receiving these visions and these sights, and he's prophesying, man. It said, what is man that thou shouldest magnify him? Yeah. What are you? Like, it says, and that thou shouldest set thine heart upon him. Yeah. So no one should be idolizing these people. We shouldn't be out here thinking of any greatness of ourselves, man. We're nothing. We're nobody, man. It says, and that we're just vessels. It says, and that thou shouldest visit him every morning and try him every moment. How long wilt thou not depart from me? nor let me alone till I swallow down my spittle. I have sinned. What shall I do unto thee, O thou preserver of men? Why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I am a burden to myself? And why dost thou not pardon my transgression and take away mine iniquity? For now shall I sleep in the dust, and thou shalt seek me in the morning, but I shall not be. So he's, and dust is also a significant, symbolized as confusion in the scriptures as well, right? But we meant it figuratively and literally, because he was actually down on his knees in the dust, man. Remember, he shaved his hair, he kicked up the dust and was like, put dust upon him, his head, and all of that, showing his morals, his mourning, his sorrowful spirit, but he's also in dust is also of a low place, right? Because it's the dirt, it's the ground, it's the dust, but it's also confusion as well, right? But it's a very, very low place, and that's where he's at. He's in a very, very low place in the dust, man. And that's soon what's gonna happen, to you people, man, if you don't get right with the Heavenly Father through His Son Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But that's it on this chapter. Lord willing, you was edified. It's basically to understand the times that we're coming into, man. That's pretty much what this is about. You know what I'm saying? And more is to come too, So Lord willing, I can maybe do another one later tonight when I'm done, with the things I'm doing here. And then or maybe, jump into it tomorrow. But Salaki, hope you was edified. With that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Bashem Rachakadash, double honors the apostles, elders, the great millstone ever well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful, like our pushing the truth and sincerity. The water for y'all do. We love you. We appreciate you. Do the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to y'all.